Hey guys, Silverlord here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Thundercats Ultimates Pumm-Ra, brought to us by the fine folks over at Super7, as well as my good buddy Evil Villain. Click the link in the description below and give him a follow over on ye old Instagram. And while you're at it, let him know Overlord sent you. But as always, don't be a jerk, because nobody likes a jerk. That said, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we want to cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Pumm-Ra has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with the grip hands that matter most, ones that have the appropriate hinge for holding stuff, and then the grip hands that you can throw right in the bin, because who the heck needs these? They got the wrong hinge. I don't see the point. Should have just been a pair of fists, because he does actually come with the claw shield, but balled up into a fist, and as you can see, it's hollowed out, so you can slip it over his arm, as opposed to just pegging it on. He also comes with the Sword of Omens wrapped up, so the eye can't see where it's going, kind of like me when you turn the lights off. And then he also has this walkie-talkie with a jacked-up antenna, it looks like, so I don't know how well that's going to work. There's nothing wrong with that piece, that's how it is. And then also have this closed-mouth head. And for your Pumm-Ra the Ever-Living figure, the big old screaming Pumm-Ra head. Because for those of you not in the know, this is Pumm-Ra in disguise. So he can infiltrate the Thundercats and steal the claw shield and the Sword of Omen. Something I don't think they delved into during the 2011 series. I do remember Pumm-Ra being kind of a double agent, though. That said, if you notice, their names are very similar. Pumm-Ra, Pumm-Ra, like, they're not that far off, okay? So taking a closer look at Pumm-Ra here. Kind of reminds me of Chief Carnivus from Mojo Classics a bit. I don't know why. Or 2000X, whatever. But as far as his articulation goes, his head will rotate, look up and down a little bit, not a ton. Mostly due to the hair and the soft goods. I love this screaming head, so that's the head I'm going to leave on him. But he does have this soft goods tunic piece. That's not too bad. I do believe this is C. Jessum's work, so it's pretty good for the most part. As far as the arms go, they will go out pretty far until you start pinching stuff. They will rotate forward and back. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got the single jointed elbow there. Actually, does his elbow rotate? It's got a quiver in there, but nothing too crazy. Swivel and hinge wrists. I like the claw hands on him personally. He's got the ab crunch that works just fine, as well as a waist twist. That works fine. Hips. Not as loose as Groon's, but not as tight as I'd like to see. But they will kick out. And back down. They do have a thigh cut. That's nice and tight. Good sculpt on the musculature, too. This being a Rankin Bass character, of all things. Still can't believe Rankin Bass created Thundercats. That's wild to me still. He's got single jointed knees. He's got the kind of calf rotation right below the knee. And he's got a hinge in the foot with a rocker joint and peg holes at the bottom of the feet. And that's your lot for Pumm-Ra. He's a cool figure. I dig him. He's not my favorite by any means, but I'm glad to have him. I'm going to put him with my Thundercats. Whether he's like a double agent and should go with the villains, I don't care. I think that's he'll just be another Thundercat on my shelf. He looks good. I like the soft goods. I like the asymmetry of the soft goods. It's very interesting. Almost gives me like a Saudi Arabian vibe. But at any rate, why don't we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old Pumm-Ra alongside Pumm-Ra the Ever-Decaying the little skinny version on the left there. Review of that going up tomorrow, as well as Pumm-Ra, the ever-living with the alternate Pumm-Ra head that comes included with this very Pumm-Ra figure. Now, after heating it, it's pretty easy to put on, but without heating it, it's kind of a pain in the butt, so I recommend you heat it. Hashtag don't break your toys. That said, as you can see, for my ever-living Pumm-Ra, I actually took a hairdryer to the Sword of Pumm-Ra, and now it is the Swords of Pumm-Ra, so you can dual wield and actually hold that freaking thing without it taking up a crap ton of real estate. So, you know, you're feeling a little bit adventurous, hit that thing with a hairdryer. Pops right apart, just like the new BBTS black and red variant of ever-living Pumm-Ra, actually. So I'm getting these two out of here. Bring in our two regulars, the Mythic Legions, Brother Mandibilith. Right there, speaking of red and black. As well as the infamous 11 Spawn. Too bad there wasn't a Spawn offering for that BBTS anniversary thing. That would have been kind of cool. But, you know, McFarlane's gonna McFarlane. And as you can see, good old Al Simmons here is about, I'd say, neck and neck with old Pumm-Ra there. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and while good old Pumm-Ra here is maybe not a character that everyone needs to complete their Super 7 Thundercats Ultimate Collection, I think he's pretty cool. It's nice to have another quote-unquote member of the Thundercats to add to my display. So that's exactly what I plan to do with good old Pumm-Ra here. Do I need him? Not really, but am I very glad to have him? Absolutely. I think he's a cool figure and a fine addition to the line. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, catch you guys later.